All together in conclusion, gilded by disassociation. All together in conclusion, Caleb. Hey, howdy do? Yeehaw, and such. I think it's important to further alienate any possibility of having a core audience by discussing the things that are of interest to me. That would make sense now, from here on out, wouldn't it? Such as dorky jokes about, kind of like jokes about G.I. Joe action figures and things like that, right? That seems to be more up my alley. Being an action figure dork is very obvious, I think, from my looks. And I think more than it just being super duper obvious is the fact that it is an alienating design. It's one of those things that you sit back and you kind of go, I'm supposed to do jokes, and according to all the experts, they're like, but when you do jokes, they have to be a bit more comprehensible by an everyday audience. An everyday audience probably isn't going to be toy dorks. But to try to draw that audience in, I'll try to align it with, it does sort of create drug addicts in the future if you're a toy dork in the past. By this I mean there's two problems that you fundamentally have. You're going to have to choose one or the other. Are you going to be a toy dork collector, or are you going to be a drug addict? That's a fundamental one. Second of all, and it could be difficult because for some people that are into medications, they're into medications. And being a toy dork, well, there's no medication involved in that. It's just a lot of microplastics. 6 inches of microplastic, or was that the 3.75 inches that's normal in the demographics of action figure sizes? By the way, shouldn't they just say 4 inches? I mean, truly, if you're dealing with the demographic you're dealing with. Know your audience, right? So, one of the things that I found super interesting about this also, second portion of this, is in the putting together of things. Like if you're putting like little guns inside of hands, if you're putting accessories actually on the action figure, you're putting little pockets on them. You're putting things inside of their belts if they have belts, like guns and utility devices and knives and things like that, right? So you're arming up this action figure with all of these accessories, and it pre-creates you to be ready for like bongs and stuff, right? Like, oh, I can take out the glass piece, rip the thing, breathe in, you know what I'm saying? Or like my favorite are those pipes, those metal pipe pieces. See, this is getting more relatable to the drug audience out there. But the pipes where you can have the medicinal herb on the inside of the pipe, and you breathe it in, and it crystallizes what's on the inside as well as what you're smoking. Good stuff. All right. So that's all preparatory work for if you're a toy dork. All right. Just don't go too far down that road and become a heroine of your own story. Either way, good luck out there. Take care of yourself and yourselves, and do that all together. That's this conclusion.